Hello again. Thank you for joining me. This is a video. I just downloaded it too because I ripped most of his just for records purposes. There's not a lot of people that go and get this close to things, so I used the free make video downloader on most of my YouTube videos to download. And this particular guy is Brian Forster. Um, uh, Many people, I've shared many of his videos. I actually was subbed to his channel for a few years and was watching his videos before some of you may have seen him on Ancient Aliens and other such shows. Here's his face right here in this little picture, but you can watch this, and I usually catch most of his videos and watch them because, like I said, he's somebody who actually goes to these places himself and films his own film. And he's a smart guy. He doesn't believe the mainstream science stuff, and he tries to expose things like machine working and the stone and things like that. Uh, so point is, as I was watching this particular latest release of his, it just popped up on my subs 16 hours ago, posted. And I was just now taking a break and checking out some shit here. And right here at the opening, this is actually a fast scene that he scrolls down. Again, you may experience some skippage because of the frame rate that I have my recorder set at. But then I'm also going pretty high frame rate right now. I didn't adjust it, so it should be full footage. But anyway, right here, what do you notice? I noticed right off the bat, and then it plays on. It says, comes up with the words there, Great Pyramid at Giza. Alright. Now I haven't watched this. This video is apparently about an ancient shaft system under the plateau. I haven't watched it yet because this stopped me in my tracks. I'm like, what? That's not the Great Pyramid. He's filming a pyramid that is actually the third of the second biggest pyramid. He says Great Pyramid at Giza, right? And I'm like, that's not the Great Pyramid. Now, maybe he made an honest mistake, but I mean, this is a guy that does this for a living. He travels to all these sites constantly, round and round and round for years and years. He should know which one is the Great Pyramid, right? The reason I knew is because the Great Pyramid has a capstone. It's not actually a capstone. It looks like a capstone. It's actually what's left of the outer shell of the stones that used to be overlaid on the outer edge. And so to double check myself, and this is what I found funny too, even on Google. Now here, you see the three of them lined up, and I've seen this picture often like this, and they're rigged pictures, these particular type pictures, because they're not. These pyramids are not that close together. They're not that lined up in that manner, and you can see the difference in different photographs. So it just kind of depends on the angle you're at, I guess. Either way, the middle one with the capstone, you see what's called the capstone. Again, it's not actually capstone. It's just the rest of this rock fell off or was taken off and used for other things throughout the ages. Probably fell off or weathered off. Um, Probably actually by water, but that's another story. Point being, uh, capstone. Capstone. Great Pyramids always had this top part here that was completed, right? That didn't fall off or didn't weather down here. I imagine this part was actually above waterline because it's so tall, and that's why you still have the stone there, and this is below the waterline. Now, the science, the mainstream science or academia will tell you that it was all done by weathering. But we've discovered by studying the Sphinx before and other independent studies, separate studies, and some of you may have known about them, that the wear lines on the Sphinx were made by water, not by wind. So anyway, I kind of got off subject here. Point is, here's another one though. Here's the video. Okay, here you can see the chip out of it, and you can see this little chip out of there, and this little how this is all degraded. And you go back to Brian's picture, Bryn, and there's the chip out of there, and here's all the degraded part that's out of this picture in the big loop. But that's the pyramid he's filming, is this pyramid here. They're calling that the Great Pyramid of Giza too. Alright? The one without. And that's a little pyramid. So, there's only one Great Pyramid, and that's the big one. And the big one is in the middle of the other two smaller ones. It's always been like this. And so, this is where the confusion lies. Now, I've seen other people make videos talking about Mandela effect and the pyramids have changed and this and that. Here's another picture. The middle one's always the tallest one, and it's the one that has what they call the capstone. Again, it's not really a capstone, it's just looks that way. And we go on here. You go through the pictures, and it's always been this way. Okay? Why Google and why Brand, who should know better, is filming this particular thing and calling it the Great Pyramid, I have no idea. Because that is not the Great Pyramid at Giza. The middle one is the Great Pyramid. He's filming this one here. See the notch out of it? And so I think this is where the confusion lies, because even on Google, when you look it up, sometimes you'll get this pyramid, and it says Great Pyramid of Giza, and that is not actually the Great Pyramid of Giza. That is one of the smaller pyramids. It's actually the one that's on the left in the three-picture pyramid. That can be proven by the obvious wear on the side. As it comes down. Be on this side, actually. Let's find a better picture. Here's the Great Pyramid, right there. That is the Great Pyramid. Now, all the pyramids have different names. Great Pyramid of Giza. They're showing this picture, and this is Wikipedia. And we'll switch on that real quick, just to show you something. Okay, the Great Pyramid of Giza. They have this picture here. Khufu, huh? Got Khufu's horizon, and they're showing the wrong pyramid. So, this again, the Queen's Chamber, Grand Gallery, all this stuff is in the middle pyramid. That is the Great Pyramid. I mean, duh. The biggest one is the Great Pyramid, right? The biggest pyramid. The Great Pyramid. The greatest pyramid. That's what the whole name implies. So, I don't know. There seems to be a glitch going on in the rewriting, and here again is that water lines that I'm talking about. And, scientists in different fields, and archaeology and geology and whatever, disagree about this. But I believe the water theory too. I believe it was all underwater because all this stuff was here before the flood. And the flood, I'm talking about the flood that's in all history, religions. They all talk about the flood. They all have the flood story. It doesn't have to be Noah's flood or anybody in particular's flood. It was just a time when the planet covered in water. Now here's a proper picture that shows the one with the capstone, the Great Pyramid of Giza. The one in the middle with the capstone. So don't be confused, people, because apparently even the scientists and Wikipedia there is editable by editable. It's anybody can edit this crap, and I don't know who vets it. You know what I mean, for sure. But whoever's vetting it needs to get the right picture, and that would cause less confusion for people, because that is not the Great Pyramid. And Bryn, I'll actually put a link of this into your video here when I post it, because that is not the Great Pyramid. Let's see the little notch out of the side there. Okay, I'll go back up here and prove it to you again. That little notch, same picture that they're showing there, is this pyramid here. It is not the middle one. That one there. Okay? Which is the Great Pyramid. The one in the middle. So, and it hasn't changed. There is no Mandela effect on it. Nothing has changed except for people and the way they're reporting it, or the way it's been recorded in our written, if you want to call this digital crap, written history, because people have been replacing. Again, here's another picture that's saying the Great Pyramid of Egypt, and it's not the Great Pyramid because it doesn't have the capstone. See? So there's a lot of confusion going on, and this is why. See this? This is not the Great Pyramid. And where's the other pyramids that are supposed to be next to this one? Like these other pictures up here that are so close to each other. That's what I'm talking about, see? So, and then this picture, you see these three are in front of a little bitty one, then the great big one, then another big one. Whereas if you get this other third picture, look at this. Oh, that's not as small as this. With this, see, that's not a real picture. It can't be. But then which one's not a real picture? Look how small that is. Look how big that is. That's a drawing or a painting. Right? Here's another angle. See? What's real and what's not? How do you know? Well, here's one. You can see the capstone on there. The big one. The smaller one. Right, go back up here. Here's one. Right? These three are at the totally wrong angle to... What was the one I was just looking at? It's a little bit... And look at here. Here's an overall view from a completely different angle. Sky view. Here's the little bitty one with 3 pyramids. Then the big one that's the Great Pyramid. And then this one. Alright. So then where... Oh, where? There it is. One with the small one. Big. Great Pyramid. And then other pyramid. Or is it like this? See, they got a low angle here, and they're real close to the little pyramid, so it makes it look like that's a big pyramid. It's all a trick of perspective. So, why people are doing this, including somebody as seasoned as Mr. Forster here, I have no idea. I can't explain these people and their problems. So, thanks for watching. I think I've tried to make the point I'm making. There's no effect here. The pyramids have not changed. The pyramids can't change. that I could get into a whole depth of things, but if anything that's going on with the Mandela effect and stuff, certain things will never change. And the pyramids are one of those things. Okay? They don't change. Doesn't matter who's your personal timeline and what details of Mandela effect you're experiencing in your personal reality. These things will never change in reality. They only change in people's minds and people's misrepresentations. Like this misrepresentation. Like Google's misrepresentations. Uh, that's, it only exists in your mind. Because of misrepresentations. So, I guess, I don't know, maybe you get it. Hopefully you do.